Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my clinic. I want to introduce you to my staff. As you know, I'm a family doctor. But this is Dr. Beverly Perkins. She is a pediatrician and one of the best in Oak Fork. And this is my nurse, Gretchen, who has been with me for years. So, Mom and Dad, if you or anyone in the family is feeling under the weather, stop by my clinic and we'll get you all better.
The Three Pigs and the Wrath of Dark Raven, written by Jennifer Ann Magee. The school bell rings, it's time to line up. "Come on, Raven," yelled Peter as they run to get in line. Mrs. Young is a camel, and the principal of the school blows her whistle and tells both of them to please walk. Raven and Peter are best friends. Peter is 5 years old and a cute little pig, and no one knows what Raven is. She looks different from the other kids. In fact, she looks different from everyone in town. Her skin is purple and her face looks old and wrinkled. But she's only 5 years old. She has wavy hair, and her eyes are solid white. And sometimes her eyes flashes sparks of light. Peter thinks that's so cool. The other kids laughed at her and called her mean names. Peter is her only friend. When Peter and Raven are in class, they sit next to each other on the carpet. One day, a new student walks in the classroom. She was a gorgeous pig named Ivy, with rosy cheeks, long brown hair, and a beautiful smile. Peter saw her and fell in love. Peter spends less time with Raven and more time with Ivy and her friends. One day, Raven left school and never came back. A long time has passed. In this small town called Oak Fork, where the three pigs lived. Their names were Lawrence, Peter, and Clifford Smith. They lived on the same street. Lawrence is a successful lawyer. Peter is a handyman around the town, and Clifford is a doctor and owns his practice. Peter lives in a one-story house made of wood. Clifford lives in a two-story house that's made out of stucco. And Lawrence lives in a two-story house that's made out of a special brick. Tonight looks different than most nights. It's dark and gloomy, and a storm is approaching. The three pigs left work early due to the storm. They are standing in front of Peter's house talking. Lightning and high winds are roaring through parts of the town. Up in the sky was a huge, dark tornado, whose name is Dark Raven. She is known around the town for her chaos and destruction. Dark Raven's funnel-shaped body twirls around at massive speeds and high winds. Dark Raven's long hair flows in the wind, and her deep-set white eyes flashes lightning. Her voice, deep and loud, howls like the wind. Peter is worried about the storm. The three pigs say good night and go inside their house. Peter, who is terrified of storm, takes a quick shower and goes straight to bed. Clifford is in his rocking chair by the fireplace reading a good book, while Lawrence is working in his office. Peter is in bed with the covers pulled over him. He has been afraid of thunder since he was little. Peter remembers when he was in school, and it was thundering and lightning, and his good friend Raven would hold his hand and tell him it would be all right. Peter has never forgotten that. Assessment: the storm is getting worse. An eerie voice is coming from Peter's bedroom. Dark Raven remembers Peter and how much he has hurt her. Dark Raven never forgave Peter for being there when she needed him. Dark Raven targets his house. She then peers at Peter through the window. Dark Raven hits Peter's house with her swirling tail and massive winds, shattering it. Dark Raven laughs cruelly after her vicious attack. She has her dark clouds hovering around as her long hair flows in the wind. Peter looks up and sees Dark Raven, and he is frightened. Peter jumps up and yells for help. He runs to Clifford's house.
Where do you think you're going, little man?
Peter knocked hard on Clifford's door as Clifford opens the door and Peter runs inside. Both of them are standing in the middle of the living room, hugging each other in fear. Dark Raven looks down with her piercing white eyes. She raises her long, twirling tail and hits Clifford's house, tearing it down.
I hope you enjoyed The Three Pigs and the Wrath of Dark Raven. If you want to see how this story ends, go to Amazon.com, type in The Three Pigs and the Wrath of Dark Raven, written by Jennifer Ann McGee. You can purchase this book as an ebook or paperback.